Player 1 and Player 2 on my nipples. Hello everybody, and you're watching Fortnightly Frontier, episode 22 for the 26th of November. The show where we talk about the best damn space sim ever, Star Citizen.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Lucy Nerd, and with me, as always, in the cheap seats, Dianator!
Hello! It is a
Yay.
cheap seat, how did you know? It's creaking all over the place.
Oh wait, hang on. Mine's not.
So after your response, we have decided to go forward with a crowdfunding operation, and the system that we've decided on is GoFundMe because it is a lot more friendly to international operations than Patreon. We will be doing a separate video to tell you all about that, so keep an eye out.
So, what's happening in this episode, Mr. Dianator?
A lot is happening this week. First off, we have the Hyper News, where we give you a rundown of the latest news from the verse. And then we continue to Major Points, where tonight we're talking about the anniversary sale and how to heal your spaceman. And now, to the Hyper News. Transition.
Another Fortnite and another $1.8 million. The $62 million stretch goal was smashed, giving us the Genesis class Starliner, which is the cruise liner that was discussed in the last episode. And at the time of recording, we're only $140,000 away from the $63 million stretch goal, which as yet is unconfirmed. We don't know what it will be.
Hopefully something very exciting. Meet the Devs episodes has launched. It's basically extras to James Pugh's interviews with various developers, artists, and other members of CIG staff. And even though CIG as a company has grown substantially since this whole thing started, the plan is to put every member of CIG under the spotlight. And this being a weekly show, it looks like it'll be a multi-year assignment.
Not bad.
Ambitious.
We have learned that all of the manufacturers have their own Twitter accounts, so if you've got Twitter, go right ahead and follow them. We have linked below all of them. And while you're there, give us a follow as well.
It's actually a very nice new channel to get updates on the ships, basically, because it's kinda done in fiction, but... Speaking of ships, the Origin 315P is live in the game. Yes, finally a ship I own that I can get into and fly around, so screw you and the M50 you flew in on. With it, all the variants of the 300 series are now in-game, and for this week only, CIG is allowing you to test them out, even if you don't own them. The Avengers should be coming soon as well. The variants have been decided on and are now being designed, with the base variant being in the game before the year is over.
And that's it for Hyper News.
And we continue with Major Points.
Major points.
Major Points.
The anniversary sale!
Yay!
Jazz hands.
Happy noises.
Yep. There is a bunch of limited ships and upgrades available, like the Bano Merchantman, the Xi'an K2L, which is that crazy cross thing with the engines on the sides and stuff. It's red.
We'll put a link to the sale in the description because we're far too lazy to list all of the ships and upgrades. But a question for you, Joe. Are you going to get any of them?
Nope.
Yeah, me neither. I'm perfectly happy with my 2.5 ships.
Yeah, and I spent all my money this weekend, so... Well, not that I had any, but I spent what I had. So, yeah, that's out.
I think I may get some of the flare because that's quite cheap, about $5-10. Maybe the racer suit. But apart from the existing ships in the anniversary sale, there is also a sale of a concept ship, the biggest ship so far, the Javelin Destroyer.
There will be 200 for sale in total, 4 sales of 50 units each at $2,500. I won't be getting one of those.
That's a bit steep, yeah.
Yeah. The sales will be on November the 28th at 2 p.m. UTC, at 8 p.m. UTC, then on the November the 29th at 2 a.m. UTC, and 8 a.m. UTC.
UTC being Universal Time.
Yeah.
The website states PST, but I think it's about time that CIG learned that a lot of their fans and backers are not from the United States, so let's just stick with Universal Time, shall we?
Yeah. There's something quite interesting. A quote from the website. We're using the assortment of Javelin destroyers to subsidize discount packages for new players. 200 Javelins mean we can make 5,000 $20 Aurora game packages available for sale at the same time. Also, all of the Javelins will be LTI, as expected. Concept sale.
Are those those are not just separate ships, those are actual game packages with alpha and beta access, right?
Yes. So they're taking that money and making the 5,000 $20 Aurora packages, basically, so we can get a whole lot of people into the game. So if you are a fan and already a backer, do not buy one of these packages. Please let them or pass them out to people that can become backers. Can become backers. English good. Best.
There is not much that's known about the Javelin destroyer. Apart from that it is, well, a destroyer and it's made by Aegis Dynamics.
It will have a lot more firepower than the Idris, and it is quite a bit bigger, so which is to be expected if it's a destroyer class.
Yeah, if we're going by the same sort of ratios as the current US Navy ships, it should be about 300 meters long, thereabouts.
Yeah. Probably end up being more like 380 to 400, but...
To 400, you think?
Yeah, because they tend to say this is the size, and then it just becomes bigger.
True, that's true. Yeah, but when that happened to the Idris, they also changed the classification from a corvette to a frigate. So if that happens to the Javelin, they'll also have to upgrade it to battleship, maybe?
Possibly, yeah.
Possibly.
If that is the case, we'll have to wait and see.
How many people do you think will be on the Javelin?
A lot.
How many players does the Idris?
At least 20.
At least 20.
15 to 20 will be the crew.
That would be massive.
It's not for us in our team with 13 people.
We're 2 people short, damn it. Well, that's why you have the ability to hire NPCs.
Yes, exactly.
And onward to a new mechanic that was recently unveiled on the website, that is healing your teammate or healing your spaceman. What's that going to be like, Mr. Unit?
I didn't see anything particularly revolutionary, but it does look kind of cool in what they're doing and how it'll all work. So basically you'll get advanced hitboxes with like a bunch of different states. So like a limb will have fine and then slightly damaged, so you find it difficult to use it, and then broken, so you can't really use it, and then destroyed.
Yeah, and when that happens, it's a complete write-off. So if your arm is blown off, you'll have to get a cybernetic or maybe a 3D printed replacement, they said. And in the case that happens to your head, well, you get the picture.
So there'll be different levels of incapacitation as well. So if you lose a leg, you'll have to crawl around. If you lose, say, an arm, you then can't use two-handed weapons. You can only use pistols.
So when you are dragging your teammate around, you won't be able to do anything apart from dragging them because you'll have to use both of your arms?
I guess so. Maybe you can drag with one and shoot with another. If you
No, they did say that you'll have to use both arms, but if your teammate is in a sort of limbo state when he can't walk but he's not bleeding out, he'll still be able to provide covering fire for you.
Yeah.
So that's a nice mechanic.
This is where you'll get the tactical part, like the armor-style tactical part, where you basically have a support guy with a big machine gun in it, and then he'll just fire covering fire, or a couple of them will fire covering fire to try and make sure that you can get him out without being shot yourself. That's tactical. I like this. I like armor a lot.
Speaking of tactics, there's also medics in the field, but healing somebody else in the field won't be as effective as taking them to a proper medical facility. You won't be able to reattach limbs and recover destroyed tissue, only stop bleeding and stuff like that.
Stop bleeding and sort out pain problems. So you can save their life, but not replace their arm.
So it's, like you said, it's not going to be anything revolutionary, but it is very in-depth and striving towards that really immersive realism that everybody's talking about. I'm actually quite excited about that. I wonder how they'll implement that in the FPS module.
It'll probably be like Arena Commander, where it's a simulation type, I guess. It'll be interesting to see. They'll probably have a bunch of different game modes and whatnot.
Yeah, because right now the FPS module is going to roll out as a test bed for other parts of the gameplay, not just the health system. So it would be a bit cumbersome if every time somebody died, you'd have to wait for a new game to start before they were reset. I don't know.
I guess, I mean, it's probably will be respawning in the FPS module, or end of round respawning, or something like that.
Yeah.
I have to wait and see. It is no idea.
Well, there are game modes out there in other games where you only have one life per round. And then the person that's left alive wins.
Yeah, the team that has people left alive at the end wins. So I guess it could be like that. We'll have to wait and see. I'm looking forward to it. FPSs.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. It's coming in March, and we'll be able to give you a lot more information on that when that happens.
And that's it for this episode. Don't forget to subscribe to us by clicking the buttons below. Check out all the links in the description if you're interested in anything we've talked about this episode. Twitter, Facebook, Google Plus.
Do we have a Google Plus? Yeah, we do.
We've got them sorted.
We got the lot, yeah.
We've got them. The 3 ones that are biggest. So, thank you for watching.
And we'll see you in the video.
Player 1 and player 2 on my nipples. You need to notice that first, by the way. He was playing with his nipples.
Yeah. We have shirts.
We have shirts.
And I have a hoodie.
Interplanetary.
Drake Interplanetary. So after your response, we have decided to go forward with a crowdfunding campaign. Crowdfunding?
Crowdfunding. Yes, the best in puns, only on Fortnightly Frontier. Another Fortnite and another $1.8 million. The $62 million stretch goal was smashed, giving us the Genesis. What?
I'm just reacting to you.
God damn it, I thought you were like, no, it's false or something. I gotta start that again. Thank you.
Yeah. You had something in your eye anyway.
Yeah, clearly.
So how's things?
My cup's empty. I don't know why I tried to drink from it.
Put something in it. Put the water in it. In the cup. Meet the Devs has been launched. It's basically extras to James Pugh's interview. James. What? James Pugh's interviews.
James Pugh's interviews, yo! I can't really freestyle rap that well.
No, you can't. No, at all, basically.
Should just get like a wrench and go, new mechanic.
And onwards to a new mechanic that's been unveiled.
So that's it for this episode. Don't
That
forget
is
to
it.
click the subscribe button.
Ah, that one.
Yeah,